Definitely. I mean, it's my first time fighting in front of a crowd. Usually, if I fight, I don't want anybody to see. You know, you to go to jail. So.
Saying that he's been fighting since
Saturday
he's
night,
3 years old.
Paul, Saturday night,
This is some of the most absolutely absurd
your
things.
face is gonna be broken.
And then to King, were all the fights you've been in, were those children in Palestine or were they adults in America?
You got some jokes, Jake. I love it. You're a funny guy.
Hey, Jake, there's a video of you fanboying about King Azoulay in Vegas. I hope you know.
Your face
It's
is gonna
absolutely
break.
crazy. Sit down, sit down. You'll have your chance on Saturday. You know, you're a lot shorter than I thought you were.
I can tell you that every fighter up here, every man that looks like me, has been through a lot of shit in his life.
I'm not into touching little kids, but I could hold all four of these guys down and fuck them.
What's up, guys? Good to see you.
Dude, you don't know how to fight, man. Just stop it, man. Just stop it.
How you fight again?
Just stop it, man.
You talked about my height, that guy was half your size.
Dude,
Half your size.
at least I fought him after 10 years. You wouldn't have done it. You wouldn't have done it.
You know exactly what's gonna happen on Saturday.
Yeah.
I know the fighter. You're gonna fucking kill it.
Well guys, it looks like that Brokeback Ben is right back at it again, and the clown show is continuing to just get more and more ridiculous as we now enter the end game of his fight with the Gypsy Crusader. And only yesterday, we saw good old bend-over Azoulay enter Miami and enter the venue where he was gonna do his press conference and all this other goofy shit that we're about to talk about. And of course, since it's Bendover we're talking about, we watched his goofy ass show up wearing a tactical vest with the fucking magazines upside down inside of the vest, so he's really showing off all of that special forces training. And I don't even know who wears a vest like this to a boxing match, considering when you have boxing gloves on, you can't access any of this shit. But of course, it was just goofy as hell, and it gave him some weird ass sort of confidence.
Nervous? Nah, not nervous at all. Finally, I get to take care of a man and do it legally. What I am is excited. And now to these guys, my biggest fans. I know you guys are gonna be watching on Saturday, so enjoy.
And I don't know why this vest and this confidence boost made him so fucking flirtatious to where he was winking left and right after every short, probably hoping that he might get bent over once more. But as you can tell, it was already goofier than shit. And since our last video, only like a couple of hours ago, Bendover is now ramping it up as he gets closer to his fight. And not only did he do a press conference last night, but he also did an interview right before it, and even that just ended up being stupid as hell, because the first question was basically, hey dumbass, why are you wearing a tactical vest with a knife and ammo mags to a boxing match? And with no gun, by the way. And of course, Bendover needed to create a reason and needed to say some stupid shit like people are coming to kill him, when in reality, we all know that he was just trying to look cool, and it ended up backfiring hard as shit.
Because a lot of people said that they're coming to kill me, and I don't want to put my family in danger. So me and my brother both have a bulletproof vest on just to make sure in case anybody shoots us, we're good, we're golden. But at the end of the day, we have no fear. If it's our time to go, it's our time to go. But we will die doing what we love to do and dying for the cause that we believe in.
You know, we know in films where someone dies or there's a bad thing that's going to happen, it starts raining in this thunder, and now it's raining in this thunder and it's fight week. Does that sort of add to it a little bit?
Yeah, of course. I mean, it kind of brings in the tension. You know, it's raining, it's storming, it's about to go to war, right? You feel the energy. That's what I mean by here in Orlando. It's like we feel that war energy all of a sudden. Yesterday I went for a little run, a little jog in the rain, and then I jumped in the pool in the rain, and it's that warrior spirit. It's like you feel God just washing away all of that anxiousness.
So yeah, somehow he turns it into him needing it to protect himself and his family from danger, and that's the reason he wore a bulletproof vest. Which, if that was the only reason, then your dumbass wouldn't have attached your little karambit knife and your 2 ammo mags, which by the way, Ben, are pretty useless if you don't even have a gun and if you don't even know how to hold them properly in your vest. You just look like a dumbass. Like, this is so fucking stupid. It's actually unbelievable. And the interview continued to get get stupid, as he then talked further about the fight and how he's gonna picture his son being behind him, and that's apparently how he's gonna win, so he's grifting with the whole son thing again, trying to act as if the reason he came online to be a lol cow is because of his son. And then they somehow bounce from that to talking about clavicular, where Bendover just started getting freaky deaky with it.
I want the win so bad that anytime he's going to come at me, I'm imagining my son behind me and he's trying to attack my son. And I have to keep him away from my son. And as long as I have that, I'm going to die. I'm going to die in there.
Do you think Gypsy's got anything planned at the face-off, for any chairs, for any bottles? If he does stuff like this, what would your response be to this sort of behaviour?
I'll be honest with you, I don't think so. I think he's very scared of me. The thing is that people fear what they don't know or what they can't see. He doesn't know my skills, but I'm sure he's seen my videos, whether I could do a backflip, whether I could do spinning kicks, whether I could punch. He saw whether I'm very fit. I mean, I'm not your average guy. And that's the reason I'm also getting a stage like this on my first fight, is because I'm not your average guy. So I think he doesn't know what to expect.
Do you think you mog clavicular?
Oh, depends.
What does it depend on?
It really depends if the woman is on birth control or not. Right. So if she's on birth control, she likes clav. If she's not on birth control, she'll be more into me. Right. She wants a warrior, Viking-looking guy, just rough. And then if she's on birth control, she wants a girl. She wants someone to pet her back, not break her back, It's different. Two different things, my friend. It's different.
So you would hit your head against a metal post again and again and again?
Yes.
To make your head tougher?
Yeah. So your skull could become thicker. Just I didn't have enough time, but I've done it back in the day.
So yeah, we went from talking about how Gypsy is apparently scared of him, to him then talking about birth control and breaking women's backs, and Clav looking like a girl, and then changed course again to him bouncing his head off of metal poles, which is starting to make a whole lot of fucking sense. But after this, he then decided that it was time to go to his press conference, where, as you saw, he wasn't wearing the vest in this interview. Yeah, his dumbass put it back on. Except this time, when he showed up to the press conference, he had the magazines in the right direction, probably because he was tired of people making fun of his goofy ass for it. And this entire press conference was just a shit show from start to finish, where we had the other contenders just on some stupid shit the entire time before we even got to Ben.
You stopped on one card and one card only. Cameras, get ready to zoom. Because it's a picture of you on St. James Island with Jeffrey Epstein. With Jeffrey, explain that, Wade. This is something I definitely did fucking Photoshop 20 minutes beforehand. Okay? Jack Brady, king of ass magic. You are going to free. You want pro wrestling? Easy, fellas. Easy. Fucking pedophile piece of shit. You fucking pedophile fuck. Fuck you. Okay, we will again. The worst part. We'll wait for a second.
And yeah, I don't know who these other goobers were, but it kind of gives you an idea of the type of event that Bendover is even at, where he was trying to act like it was this super serious and big thing. But in reality, he is just surrounded by other goobers. But getting back to the topic, when we finally did get to Bendover, things just got stupid, as they always do, of course. And at first, it seemed like Bendover was pretty nervous because he was being very tame and was trying to just look a little bit cocky, as he talked about how he actually gets to fight legally this time, and normally when he fights he has to worry about going to jail.
Security, we ready for this next one? All right. Folks, now we're going to have a kickboxing matchup in our co-main event. Two superstars of their own right. To my right is Paul Gypsy Crusader Miller. To my left is Ben King Azoulay. These two already have had bad blood leading into this. I'm probably in the danger zone where I'm standing, but let's try, gentlemen, if we can, to keep it civil. King Azoulay, it feels like from all of the talk and all the buildup, there is some real animosity here. Talk to me about not only this opportunity, but also the man you're fighting. Does that make it a little more sweet for you?
Definitely. I mean, it's my first time fighting in front of a crowd. Usually if I fight, I don't want anybody to see, you to go to jail. So at this point in time, it's a get to fight somebody and don't go to jail for it. This guy right here, he's got a lot of hate in his heart. He's coming with a lot of darkness. I'm coming with the light. I respect everybody here, all the fighters. I'm not a professional fighter. I'm just a guy that got on the internet, and now I'm going to fight for my people. I'm fighting for Israel, fighting for the Jews. I love everyone. I respect everyone. And I appreciate you all being here. And thank you for Duel for having me.
Paulie says you have a lot of hate in your heart.
He's right.
Yo, fuck this guy. He's a white supremacist right here. This guy right here. Fuck him.
I'm not going to say I'm not.
That guy.
I'm not going to
He's
say
a
I'm
pussy.
not.
I'd love to get my
I'll
hands
tell
on
you
that
something.
dude.
I'll tell
You're
you
a
something.
pussy. Shut up.
He,
You're a
he's got,
You're a pussy. Fuck you.
he's got a lot of hate on his heart.
He's a white supremacist.
And as you can tell, after Bendover's little yapathon right there, where he looked terrified and therefore wasn't going too crazy, the other fighter ended up getting mad because he doesn't like Gypsy, because again, Gypsy's also a goober, and we've got the grapist versus the racist here. And Ben started trying to pitch in and started trying to jump on board and talk during it. And this is where things kind of started to escalate, because Ben started off by trying to go on his little speech about how he's doing this for black people and for Jews and all that. And as he's saying it, you can hear the other fighter in the background saying, "Shut up, no you're not." And then this got Gypsy going, so he started talking shit about all of Ben's little, stories and fairy tales he made up. And I guess Bendover didn't like this very much and actually started to get angry. And as Gypsy is talking and as the camera's focused on him only, you can hear Bendover in the background yelling about how his face is gonna be broken as he's just getting mad about this dumb shit.
Look, I'm fighting for all blacks, I'm fighting
Shut
for
up.
all Jews,
No,
I'm
you're
fighting
not. Shut
even
up.
for the whites, and I'll tell you why. Because he's a gypsy, he's not a real white supremacist, and he's given a bad name to white people. White people and Jews get along
I've given
very
no
well.
bad name to anybody, but if you want to talk about someone who's just been a complete pathological liar his entire time online, I mean, you take one look at him.
No
Saying
problem.
that he's fought 1,000 fights. I know Thai fighters that have been fighting since they're 12 years old. They don't have anywhere near that.
Sure.
People saying that, you know what I noticed? He didn't train with whatever kung fu master that he said that he trained with. He went to some Thai gym and tried to learn how to actually fight. Saying that he's been fighting since
Saturday
he's
night,
3
we're gonna
years
see.
old.
Paul, Saturday night,
This
we're
is some
gonna
of the
see
most absolutely absurd
your
things.
face is gonna be broken.
And I love how the thing that set Ben off there was the fact that Gypsy was talking about some of his most ridiculous shit. It wasn't even like he was attacking something that was somewhat settled into reality. He was making fun of his goofy ass for apparently training with a kung fu master and starting to fight at 3 years old. And Ben just instantly got mad. And as Gypsy continued to go on, Bendover tried to stand up and act like he was gonna do something, even though he didn't move out of his position. And the shit was goofy, because as Ben's standing there mad, Gypsy is talking about more of the ridiculous shit he said that doesn't even make sense.
The craziest part, I think one of the worst ones that I've seen is when he says that he's the second coming of Jesus. What kind of insane person says that in front of a
Show
camera?
me one video where I said that.
That's insanity. It's
Show me
blasphemy.
one
It is
video where I
blasphemy.
said that.
And for that reason alone, he's going to lose.
Okay.
This guy, man,
Saturday
I
night,
just
we're
have
gonna
never
see
seen someone so
your face.
delusional in all of my life.
Listen, your face
It's
is gonna
absolutely
break on
crazy.
Saturday.
Sit down. You'll have your chance on Saturday. You know, you're a lot shorter than I thought you were. Yeah, a lot shorter. I guess, but you don't have those heel things in your shoes tonight, huh? You don't got them tonight? Wow. What a shame. What a shame. Well, height does matter when it comes to fighting. It does matter.
Aren't I a
It
cool
does
guy for
matter.
taking a fight that's taller than me, supposedly bigger than
Right,
me, right?
yeah, you beat everybody
Yes,
up. I know,
yes,
I know,
yes, yes.
I know. You killed
That's
everybody.
called a real man.
You're a
real
killer.
man is not afraid of a guy that's an inch
He's
tall
a killer. Let me tell you, he beat up 40 guys in a bar, ladies and gentlemen. 40 guys in a bar. No one ever saw the whole fucking thing, but he done it. I'll tell you right now.
Oh, you got some
Absolute,
stories.
ludicrous,
Can't
nonsense
get away
stories.
from the fact that
Nonsense
your
stories,
heart
man.
is
It's so
completely black.
ridiculous.
You need to find God, and I'll tell you what. Saturday night, I'm gonna help you find
I'm not
it.
doing nothing, man. My suit's too expensive to get up and mess it up. Let
Yeah?
him.
Where
Where'd you get it?
Let him
Hey,
talk
Les,
all his nonsense. Let him
expensive.
puff up his chest and let him do his nonsense that he does online. It's the same thing he wants to do. He's clip farming. That's what he does.
And you just have to love how Bendover's only insult he can come up with is your face is gonna be broken and I'm gonna break your face as he's standing there all short and mad. And while doing so, Gypsy of course flames him about his height, which we all know he's very insecure about because we've caught him lying about it multiple times. And it just pisses Ben off even more. And it ends up leading into even more chaos as the other fighter down at the bottom gets involved again. And all three of them just start yapping into their mic, talking over each other, and you can't understand a word that's going on. And the only time it stopped was when one of the guys in the audience yells for them to just shut the fuck up.
Yeah, what do you do online?
He's not a fighter.
What do you do online?
He's not a fighter.
Get
man.
online and curse out black people?
What I do online is I try to awaken
talk hella
people
shit
to
about
change their
black people.
minds. I
He's
do
a
it in my own
legitimate
way, but this is
white
what it is.
supremacist, racist. The shit this guy says is
This is
out
what
of
it is.
control.
You get online
Yo,
and curse Jews, that's what you
Why,
do?
why are we letting
You're
this guy
not
talk?
farming?
Who likes them anyway? I mean,
Why-
as far
why are we
as
letting
Israel,
this guy
Israel
talk?
is bringing
He's a
us closer to World
legitimate
War III every single day.
Racist, white supremacist.
Every
The
single
shit
day,
this guy spews online.
There is craziness
is
going on in the
fucking
Middle East.
Absurd.
Killing
This guy.
children,
Google this
blowing
guy.
up hospitals.
He's a terrible human being.
And
He
he
shouldn't
wants
have
to
any
talk
type of
about,
platform
I'm
to
cursing
spread
out.
hate,
So what if I am?
talk
So what if
shit.
I am talking
He's
about
just
them?
a
It should
terrible,
be.
terrible, terrible.
It should
human
be.
being.
Someone should
Terrible,
shine a
terrible
light on
human
it.
being.
Gypsy, you're
Instead
a
of
gypsy,
pretending,
you're not a
instead of
white
pretending
guy,
that
and
it's
you're
not
pretending
real.
to be a white guy.
Why would you
You
not
clearly
tell
don't like
people
who
that this
you
is what's
are.
going on?
Gypsy, you
They're
clearly
just
don't
gonna
like
ignore
and
it.
you don't respect who you are.
I agree.
Huh?
I want to hear him
Ridiculous.
talk.
Anyways,
him
guys,
talk no
thank
more.
you so much. Saturday night, you're going to see his face getting bashed.
I
want to go eat.
And he's appreciating you guys that are cutting weight, because he's not cutting weight. I told him, come any weight you want to be as tall as you want to be, not a problem. I'll still beat the shit out of you.
Yeah, like you beat up those 40 guys in a bar.
We'll see it on Saturday, folks. One more time for our co-main event here.
So yeah, the press conference part was just pure stupidity from start to finish, where the only thing that was accomplished was Bendover got mad because he was getting made fun of for beating off 40 guys at once, claiming to be the Messiah, and for also being insecure about being short. And after this, it then led to a media side of things, where people came up and asked a few questions, and Bendover immediately took it as a chance to try to win anybody over to be on his side, and started going on some like comic book speech about being the hero and the villain, and how the hero and the villain have the same backstory, and how he chose to be the hero while Gypsy chose to be the villain. So you can see him actively trying to twist the narrative and convince people to actually join his side and back him, because so far nobody has been, because most people dislike the Grapist more. And that's why he took the fight with Gypsy, because it was the only person he had a shot of doing this with, and it was just more dumb shit.
His opponent, what do you make of the millions of views he's amassed online, his supporters, his character?
You know, it's difficult for me to explain what I even see through Gypsy. I see a man that's been hurt many, many times and chose to become the villain. You know, I see a little boy, and I feel like maybe there's still something in there that we could bring him to the light. Like he could be saved, but it has to come from him. But seeing the amount of hate that he's promoting online is something that I completely against. Doesn't matter if he says that I talk a bunch of bullshit or I lie or whatever it is. Whatever I say on social media doesn't harm a single person. I never tell people to hate someone else. I always tell everybody, love everybody, respect everyone. It doesn't matter what color you are, where you're from, what religion you are. I have friends that are whites, blacks, Hispanic, Muslims. It doesn't matter. Palestinians. I'm Israeli. You know, I grew up in LA, and part of my life I grew up in Israel. So for me, I love everybody, but I learned to do that through a very, very hard time. I could have easily been in the same position that he's in. I could have been that guy that hates the world, but I chose to be the hero. The hero and the villain have the same backstory. Both were orphans, both had a hard childhood and a hard life. The difference between them is the villain says, everything that's ever happened to me, I'm going to make sure I do it 10 times worse to everyone else. And the hero says, everything that's ever happened to me, I'm going to make sure it never happens to anyone else. And that is what you want to become. And I still feel like there's a spark in him when I hear him speak, like he could go back to becoming that good person. I respect him, that he had fights in the past. I know that he's not that bad of a guy. But if he continues his path this way, it's just going to continue to end bad for him. Saturday night, I will do my best to knock him out in the first round.
Not that bad of a guy.
Do you agree with that? Do you agree with that, Gypsy?
And after this, they then went to do the face-off, and they were going to do Bendover and Gypsy first, but Gypsy actually stepped out the room and just left Bendover up there standing, looking mad as hell, and he ended up getting so mad that at one point he yells at someone in the audience, and then is told that they have to do it after, so he just trots his little goofy ass off the stage.
Just waiting on Paul. Okay. Yeah, King Azoulay, we're just going to start from the bottom of the card and then get the co-main. Sorry about that. I guess Paul may have dipped out. All right.
So they go through all the other fighters and they finally get them both back up there. And I want you to look at Bendover's shoes when they do, because he definitely has some thick ass heels on those things. But they get up there and then Gypsy just laughs in his face before they end up walking off the stage. So somehow Bendover is just getting humiliated this entire time and is just taking the punishment.
Give it up, folks, one more time. That co-main event you do not want to miss. Heated tension in this one between Paul Miller and Ben King Azoulay.
And yeah, that's where it ends for the night, where it was as goofy as it started. And I can't believe that this might actually happen, where we're gonna get to see Bendover's kung fu skills on full display, and Gypsy better watch out because he might try to beat him off in that ring. But with that said, I just had to cover it because this shit was just so stupid. So if you enjoyed, please drop the sub and a like and join the Saints Mafia, where we are flaming all of these alpha male lolcows. And I'm out. Watching Bendover Azoulay get intense on the stage, and peace.
I can tell you that every fighter up here, every man that looks like me, has been through a lot of shit in his life. And we built an armor just to protect ourselves. But inside, we're good human beings. That's why I said I think I could still convert the Gypsy. I could still convert him. I think there's still some life inside of him. And if not, he's just going to end up in the same dark places. That's it.